The notification lit up the screen. Miss you, sweetheart, 2 hearts. I stared at my father's phone, confused. The message was from me. From my number. But I hadn't sent it. My name is Sally Crawford. I'm 24 years old. And I'm about to discover that my father has been living as me online for 3 years. Started innocently enough. Dad's phone died while we were having lunch. He'd forgotten his charger and we were waiting for our food, so I offered to let him use mine. Thanks, Sally Bug, he said, using the nickname he'd had for me since I was 5. I plugged his phone into my portable charger and set it on the table. That's when the notification came through. A dating app. One I didn't recognize. And a message. From my number. I picked up his phone before thinking. Swiped to see the message. The preview read, Miss you, sweetheart, 2 hearts, can't wait to see you this weekend. My stomach dropped. Was Dad having an affair? I glanced at him. He was looking at the menu, oblivious. I unlocked his phone, I knew his passcode 0428, my birthday, and opened the app. The profile name was Jessica 24. Profile picture was me. Not a picture that looked like me. An actual picture of me. From my Instagram. The one from my friend's wedding last summer where I'm wearing a blue dress and laughing. My hands started shaking. I scrolled through the profile. More pictures. All of me. My vacation photos. My birthday party. My Heim selfies. The bio read, looking for something real. Love hiking, reading, and trying new restaurants. Let's talk about life, dreams, and everything in between. Those were my hobbies. My interests. Someone had created a dating profile using my photos, my information, my identity. And it was on my father's phone. Sally? You okay? You look pale. Dad was watching me, concerned. I locked the phone quickly. Fine. Just dizzy for a second. Did you eat breakfast? No. That's probably it. Our food arrived. I forced myself to eat, to act normal, even though my mind was racing. Why did Dad have a dating profile with my pictures? Had someone hacked his phone? Was this some kind of scam? After lunch, I made an excuse about needing to get back to work. Dad hugged me goodbye, told me he loved me. I said it back automatically. And then I went home and fell apart. I sat on my couch for an hour, trying to make sense of what I'd seen. Finally, I called my best friend, Maya. Someone made a fake profile of me on a dating app? What? Are you serious? I saw it on my dad's phone. Silence. Your dad's phone? Yeah. I don't understand. Why would he have it? Did someone send it to him? Is he investigating it? Sally, that doesn't make sense. If someone made a fake profile of you, why would it be on a dating app on his phone? He'd have to download the app and log into that account to see it. I hadn't thought about that. So you're saying... I'm saying your dad made that profile. No. That's insane. Why would my dad make a dating profile using my pictures? I don't know. But you need to find out. After we hung up, I sat there, my mind spinning. There had to be another explanation. But I couldn't think of one. So I did something I'm not proud of. I created a fake profile on the same app. The app was called Connect Me. I'd never heard of it, but it seemed like a standard dating platform. I used a fake name, Emma. Used stock photos from Google. Created a generic bio. And then I searched for Jessica 24. Profile came up immediately. My face stared back at me from the screen. I felt sick. I clicked on the profile. Read the full bio. Hey, I'm Jessica. 24, living in Boston. I work in marketing, boring, I know, grinning face with sweat. I love spontaneous adventures, deep conversations, and people who make me laugh. Looking for someone genuine. No games, no drama. Let's grab coffee and see where it goes. This was written in my voice. My style. Even the emoji I always used. I scrolled to the photos. 12 pictures total. All of me. Some I recognized from my social media. Others I didn't, candid shots, photos I'd never posted publicly. Where had those come from? I clicked message. Typed, "Hi Jessica. Your profile caught my eye. You seem really genuine." I hit send before I could overthink it. Then I waited. 30 seconds later, the typing indicator appeared. My heart pounded. The response came through. "Hi Emma. Thank you, smiling face with smiling eyes. That's sweet of you to say. I try to be real, you know? So tired of fake people online." I stared at the message. Someone was responding. In real time. Someone was pretending to be me. I typed back, "I totally get that. So tell me about yourself. What do you do for fun?" The response was almost immediate. "Oh, I love hiking. There's this trail near my place that I go to every weekend. Also really into reading, just finished this amazing thriller. And I'm kind of a foodie, always trying new restaurants. What about you?" Those were my hobbies. Exactly. The trail near my apartment. The thriller I'd posted about on Instagram 2 weeks ago. The restaurants I'd been reviewing on my food blog. Whoever was behind this profile knew me intimately. I switched apps and checked the location on Dad's phone using Find My. He was at home. I kept messaging Jessica. "That sounds amazing. Do you live alone?" "Yeah, just me and my cat," grinning cat face with smiling eyes. "Her name is Marble. She's a total diva, but I love her." I did have a cat named Marble. This was getting worse. I texted my dad from my real phone. "Hey Dad, what are you up to?" He responded a few seconds later. "Just watching TV, sweetheart." "Why?" I looked at the dating app. Jessica was still active. Still responding to Emma. Which meant Dad was messaging me while simultaneously texting me. I felt like I was going to throw up. For the next week, I messaged Jessica every day. Each conversation made things worse. Jessica talked about her job, my job. Her apartment, my apartment. Her friends, my friends. She mentioned specific memories, inside jokes, details that only I would know. And every time I checked, Dad was online. He was the one responding. I didn't know what to do. Didn't know how to confront him. So I kept digging. One night, I drove to my parents' house while Dad was supposedly at his book club. Mom was at her sister's for the weekend. I let myself in with my key. And I went straight to Dad's study. His computer was on. I knew his password, same as his phone. I opened his browser history. Connect me. Dozens of visits. Every single day. I clicked on the dating app. And I found the account. But it wasn't just one account. There were 6. All of them using my pictures. Jessica, 24. Sarah, 25. Emma, 23. Lily, 26. All variations of me. Different names, slightly different ages, but all using my photos. And each account had hundreds of messages. Hundreds of conversations. With different men. Clicked on one conversation. Read through it. Jessica was having an intimate conversation with a man named David. They'd been talking for months. Planning to meet up. I clicked on another. Sarah was telling someone named Marcus about her day, her feelings, her dreams. These weren't just profiles. These were full-fledged relationships. My father was having relationships with dozens of men. Pretending to be me. I felt dizzy. Sat down in his office chair. Why? Why would he do this? I kept searching. Found a folder on his desktop labeled Photos. I opened it. Hundreds of pictures of me. Some from social media. Some I'd sent him over the years. Some I'd never seen before, screenshots from video calls, photos taken without my knowledge. There were subfolders, organized by outfit, by location, by mood. This was methodical, calculated. This had been going on for years. I found a document, a text file. I opened it. It was a journal. March 15th, 2021. Started the Jessica account today. Used Sally's photo from the beach trip. Already getting matches. It feels good to talk to people as her. As someone young, vibrant, interesting. My real life feels so empty. Margaret barely speaks to me. Sally's always busy. But online as Jessica I matter. People want to talk to me. Want to know me. I know it's wrong. I know I should stop. But I can't. This is the only time I feel alive. I stopped reading. Couldn't continue. My father had been catfishing people using my identity for 3 years. Not for money. Not for revenge. 'Cause he was lonely. 'Cause he wanted to be me. I confronted him the next day. I went to their house. Knocked on the door. Dad answered, surprised. Sally, what are you doing here? I thought you had work. We need to talk. His face changed. About what? About the dating profiles. Color drained from his face. I don't know what you're. Don't lie to me. My voice was shaking. I found them. All 6 accounts. Using my pictures. My information. I read your journal. He stood there, frozen. Then he stepped back. Come in. We sat in the living room. The same room where I'd opened Christmas presents as a kid. Where we'd watched movies together. Where he'd helped me with my homework. Now it felt like a stranger's house. How long have you known? He asked quietly. A week. I've been messaging you. As Emma. You were talking to me and didn't even know it. Closed his eyes. God, Sally, I'm so sorry. Sorry? Dad, you stole my identity. You've been pretending to be me for 3 years. You've been having relationships with people using my face, my name, my life. I know. I know it's unforgivable. Why? He was quiet for a long moment. Then he said, because I wanted to know what it felt like. To be you. What? You're young. Beautiful. People want to talk to you, be around you. You have this vibrant life. And I'm invisible. Your mother and I barely speak. I go to work, come home, watch TV, go to bed. I'm 56 years old and I feel like I'm already dead. Tears were running down his face. I created the first profile as a joke. I was curious what it would be like to be on a dating app. But I didn't want to use my real pictures. So I used yours. And people started messaging me. Interested in me, well, in you. And for the first time in years, I felt wanted. Seen. So you created more profiles. I told myself I'd stop. But I couldn't. These conversations, they became the only part of my day I looked forward to. I'd come home from work and spend hours talking to people. Pretending to be you. Pretending to have your life. Those men think they're talking to me. They think they're in relationships with me. I know. Some of them want to meet me. He nodded. I always make excuses. Say I'm too busy, not ready, need more time. Dad, this is sick. You're catfishing people. You're using my identity without my permission. You're putting me in danger. What if one of those men finds my real information? What if they show up at my apartment? I never gave out your real address. I was careful. Careful. I was shouting now. You think you were careful? You've been living as me for 3 years. You've been having emotional affairs with dozens of men pretending to be your daughter. He flinched. I'm sorry, he whispered. I'm so sorry. I'll delete the accounts. All of them. I'll stop. It's too late for that. Those men deserve to know the truth. And I don't even know what I deserve. An explanation that makes sense? An apology that matters? I stood up. I need to go. Sally, please. Don't. Just don't. I left, drove home in a daze, and tried to figure out what the hell to do next. I couldn't tell my mother. How do you tell your mom that your dad has been catfishing people while pretending to be you? I couldn't tell my friends. It was too humiliating, too bizarre. So I told Maya. Only Maya. What are you going to do? She asked. I don't know. Part of me wants to report him to the police. This has to be illegal, right? Identity theft? Probably. But he's your dad. I know. Do you think he'll actually stop? I didn't answer. Because I didn't know. Over the next few days, I monitored the accounts. They were still active. Dad was still messaging people. He'd lied. Told me he'd stop, then went right back to it. I felt sick. And then I got a message. On my real Instagram account. From someone named Marcus_617. Hi, Sally. I know this is weird, but I've been talking to someone I think might be you. On a dating app? She goes by Jessica, but her pictures are definitely you. I reverse image searched them. Is this you? Or is someone catfishing using your photos? I wanted to make sure you knew. My heart stopped. I responded. Thank you for telling me. It's not me. Someone is using my pictures without permission. Marcus replied. I'm so sorry. That's awful. I've been talking to Jessica for 3 months. We were planning to meet next week. Should I report the account? 3 months. Planning to meet. This was escalating. I made a decision. Yes, please report it. And if you're comfortable, can you send me screenshots of your conversations? I'm trying to build a case. He sent them. Pages and pages of messages. Jessica being flirty, sweet, vulnerable. Planning dates. Talking about future plans. My father had been leading this man on for months. I contacted the other men. One by one, I found them through the dating app. Messaged them from my fake Emma account. Told them the truth. That Jessica and Sarah and all the others were fake. That they'd been talking to a 56-year-old man pretending to be his daughter. The responses ranged from disbelief to horror to rage. Some blocked me immediately. Didn't want to believe it. Others thanked me for telling them. Said they'd been suspicious. A few threatened to report my father to the police. Good. Let them. A week later, my father showed up at my apartment. I didn't want to let him in. But he looked broken. Desperate. Please, Sally. I need to talk to you. I let him in. He sat on my couch and put his head in his hands. The accounts are being shut down. Men are messaging me, calling me a fraud, a predator. Some are threatening to press charges. Sally, what did you do? I told them the truth. You exposed me. You exposed yourself when you decided to steal my identity. I'm going to lose my job. Word is spreading. People are finding out. Good. He looked up, shocked. Good. You catfished dozens of people. You stole my identity for 3 years. You put me at risk. You lied to me. What did you think would happen? I thought you'd understand. I thought you'd forgive me. Forgive you? Dad, I don't even know who you are anymore. I'm your father. No. My father wouldn't do this. My father wouldn't steal my photos, my life, my identity just because he was lonely. My father would have talked to me, gone to therapy, worked on his marriage. He wouldn't have pretended to be me and had relationships with men. Dad was crying now. I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just wanted to feel alive again. To feel wanted. Then you should have lived as yourself, not as me. I couldn't. Sally, you don't understand. I've been hiding who I am my entire life. I froze. What? He took a shaky breath. I think I'm transgender. The room went silent. What? I've never said it out loud before, but I've known for years. Maybe my whole life. I look at you and I see who I wish I could be. Young, confident, living as a woman. And I'm stuck. 56 years old, married, a father. It's too late for me to transition. Too late to be who I really am. I sat down slowly. So you've been living vicariously through me. I know it's not an excuse. I know what I did was wrong. But Sally, I was drowning. This was the only way I could be myself. Even if it was a lie. I didn't know what to say. Part of me felt rage. He'd violated my privacy, my identity, my trust. But part of me felt pity. My father had spent his entire life hiding, pretending, living a lie. And when he finally tried to be himself, he did it in the worst possible way. You should have told me, I said finally. Years ago. Before all this. You should have told me the truth. I was afraid. Afraid you'd hate me. Afraid I'd lose you. So instead, you stole my identity and lost me anyway. He nodded, tears streaming down his face. I need you to get help, Dad. Real help. A therapist who specializes in gender identity. You can't keep living like this. It's too late. It's not. It's never too late to be yourself. But you have to do it honestly. As you. Not as me. He looked at me, hope flickering in his eyes. You think I could? I think you need to try. But Dad, I can't have you in my life right now. Not until you figure out who you are and stop using me to do it. Sally. I mean it. Get therapy. Delete every account. Apologize to the men you lied to. And maybe someday we can rebuild this. But not now. He nodded. I understand. He left. And I sat in my apartment, exhausted, confused, heartbroken. 6 months later, I got an email. From someone named Diana. Dear Sally, you don't know me by this name, but I'm your father. Or I was. I've started transitioning. Therapy, hormone replacement, everything. It's terrifying and liberating and the hardest thing I've ever done. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness. I know what I did was unforgivable. But I wanted you to know that I'm trying. I'm finally trying to be myself. Honestly, this time. I don't expect you to respond. I just wanted you to know. Thank you for giving me the push I needed. Love. Diana. I read the email 3 times. Then I cried. Not from anger. From grief. Grief for the father I'd lost. Grief for the years he'd spent hiding. Grief for the relationship we might never repair. But also relief. Relief that he was finally being honest. Finally living his truth. Even if it came at the cost of everything. A year later, I met Diana for coffee. She looked different. Softer. Lighter. Like a weight had been lifted. Thank you for meeting me, she said. I almost didn't come. I know. I'm glad you did. We talked for 2 hours. About her transition. Her divorce from Mom. Her new life. About the therapy she'd been doing. The work to understand why she'd done what she did. I was so desperate to be myself that I stole your identity instead of finding my own, she said. That was unforgivable. I know that. It was. Can you ever forgive me? I thought about it. Really thought about it. I don't know, I said honestly. Maybe someday. But right now I'm still angry. Still hurt. That's fair. But I'm glad you're living as yourself now. Honestly. That's important. She smiled. A real smile. The first genuine one I'd seen in years. Thank you, Sally. We're not close now. Probably never will be. But we're trying. She sends me emails every few weeks. Dates on her life. Photos of her transition. I respond sometimes. Short messages. Baby steps. 'Cause the truth is, I lost my father. But I gained something else. Someone else. And maybe that's enough. Or maybe it's not. I'm still figuring it out. My name is Sally Crawford. I'm 25 years old. My father catfished dozens of people using my identity for 3 years. Not for money. Not for revenge. Because she was transgender and didn't know how else to live as herself. It doesn't excuse what she did. But it explains it. And somehow that's both better and worse. I don't have a tidy ending for this story. I don't have closure or forgiveness or reconciliation. I just have the truth. And the truth is messy and complicated and painful. My father is gone. Diana is here. And I'm somewhere in between. Learning to let go of who I thought my parent was. And maybe someday learning to know who they actually are. But not today. Today I'm just surviving. And that's enough.